welcome to another episode of It Was Mooney, your source for all things movie, streaming, and pop culture related. I'm your host, Kosi, and I'm joined always by Wani B. And we got a mini episode too, man. What's up, brother?
Quick episode for y'all today. We're gonna review the first two episodes of Peacemaker Season 2. It is the, I guess, third outing in the DCU.
So, Superman was what James Gunn called, Superman 2025 was what James Gunn called the kickoff to the DCU. His series.
Technically, it was Creature Commandos.
But, Superman was, the big splash. So, this takes place about a month after Superman, and it's, the next chapter in the DCU, but also Peacemaker's story. So
were they explicit? Was a month later? I guess it would have to be shortly after.
Yeah, there's some dialogue between him and I was sitting in the car talking about just how she and her girlfriend were breaking up. But anyway, it's a cool second step or third step, let's say, in the DCU.
Yeah. So 2 episodes out so far. Yeah, we'll go over them real quick. Give you our thoughts. So episode 1. What was the title, Kosi? Jamie Kosi.
It's where I will make sure to edit this part.
Yeah, sorry, I should have had you.
No, you're good. Okay, so Zach's it again.
All right, so what's the title of the episode, Kosi?
The title is called "The Ties That Grind."
I get why they did that.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the premise for the episode is we are post the world-saving events of Task Force X. That Peacemaker, they saved them from the butterflies and alien invasion.
Yeah, the alien invasion and butterfly. And also, I would add, just kind of tying in Superman, they kind of did a little bit of some retconning and kind of.
They did
on
the previously on basically towards the end of Peacemaker. They showed the Justice League kind of in the background,
Superman,
in a cameo.
Wonder Woman, Cyborg.
There was a couple of characters, some of them in the shadows, and some of them visible.
2 of them were visible.
They changed that to being the Justice Gang from Superman. So we see Guy Gardner and we see Hawk Girl. Isabel Merced. So again, fun little cameos for them.
Really were fun. Yeah.
They did follow it up in this episode. He's kind of Peacemaker's trying to be full-on hero now. He thinks he's going to be accepted and be legit. He's always thought of himself as a hero, but he was more treated as a villain. His career started in. His DC appearance that started with him in jail. Yeah,
and joining the Suicide Squad that we saw in 2021's movie. So he has a penchant for being on, quirky teams. And even in season 1, we saw him be on a kind of team with the 8th Street kids. So now he's again searching for that team. He wants to belong.
He wants that validation, and he thinks at this point he's going to get it. He thinks
he saved the world. Yeah.
He helped save the world. He's a big deal now, so he's applying to the Justice Gang, who they're looking for more people.
Justice Gang is hot right now, coming out for Superman. Just everyone's liking him, so they're trying to add to their numbers because they're seeing the threats that are going.
Yes, possible foreshadowing that they'll add more members.
Possible.
We'll see. So the Justice Gang is not like the Justice League we might all know and love. They are more of a jackassy, douchey version of a superhero team.
They're run by Maxwell Lord, played by James Gunn's brother Sean Gunn. He finances them. He's their backing, and they're kind of.
He's the guy Pedro Pascal played for Eagle-Eyed Observer, or I guess Eagle-Eared Observers. What do you call it? Not eagle-eared, or whatever.
Eagle ears? Yeah. Eagle ears? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think eagles have good ears. Anyways,
Eagle does.
Digressions aside, it's a very different. It's a very different vibe. They start insulting him. We have a very comedic moment where they, accuse him of being a dick sucker, and he says something about Guy Gardner. I think he threw up on Guy Gardner's
puke fetish kind of thing going, kind of weird, and that whole sequence where because Maxwell Lord was there and he's messing up the whole because there's a little intercom system because it's kind of old school where there's a little microphone where he presses and he doesn't know that it's messing up, so Peacemaker can just hear them like just talking shit about him and like behind the glass door. That was a hilarious sequence.
Very comical sequence. It's a funny episode overall.
Oh yeah.
We keep being introduced to some of the other characters from season 1. What's her name? Ads. The girl from Tasty from.
Oh yeah.
From I can't remember her character. I think they call her Ads. She's in there. She's like trying to work with Peacemaker to, I guess, have a little crime fighter.
I call her Io, but her name's Leota. She's Amanda Waller's daughter.
Yes, Amanda Waller's daughter. We see Harcourt, who has fallen on hard times. She got fired from her job.
She is rock. She's not taking it well, and we'll get into it. But she's not
her
taking it well at all.
therapist, her agency mandated therapist, accused her of suffering from toxic masculinity. Not that she is a victim of toxic masculinity.
No,
that she has too much toxic masculinity within herself.
I loved how, like, before that, we got a sequence of Peacemaker, and, like, we think it's setting up to where, okay, is he going in finally? And, like, no, it smash cuts to Harcourt, who, all of season 1, she was just giving him, just sneering at him, just giving him a hard time, just being a real hard-ass to him. And we think by season 2, like, maybe she's opening up, but no, we're realizing, no, she's really messed up, and she has a lot going underneath. It's kind
her
of
life
sad.
seems to have fallen apart. She's lost her job. She's lost her reason for being.
She's applied everywhere. Every agency won't take her, and she can't do what she's trained to do. It's
right. So she's just kind of
lost.
Basically, lost, pissed off. We see her get into a rowdy bar fight that she causes.
That's a great
Gets
sequence.
beat the shit out of her. I guess just to feel something. I don't know. Just to take her anger out on someone.
Just to feel something. That was a really brutal but really great choreographed sequence. I loved how it wasn't just the hero or the person like just beating up everybody. No, she got her licks in, but when she got knocked out, she got knocked out, and that was very, very. It was very satisfying to watch overall.
Absolutely. And then we see Economos, a guy who's been in like a couple movies now. He is actually eyeing and spying on Peacemaker.
Yes, he's doing it for Rick Flag Sr., who's
we don't fully know. Rick Flag Sr. has taken Amanda Waller's spot. We have seen Rick Flag Sr. now in Creature Commandos. He was the protagonist of that show.
He had frosted tips in that one, but he doesn't have them anymore.
He had that long gray hair.
Explain that, guys.
Yeah, no, and then in Superman, that might have just been lighting, Cozy. That might have just been creative lighting.
Is it Frank Grillo? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll mess with it, bro.
It's like when you see like dark blue in old comic books that's actually black.
Yeah, okay. Like the old school Batman costuming.
Yeah, it was not actually blue. And then, so he's in charge of Argus now, which is kind of like some CIA kind of type thing.
Kind of a big deal, yeah.
And he's a great actor too. We saw him. He jumped over from the MCU with James Gunn.
Yeah, he was Crossbones in the Captain America series.
That's right.
Scarlet Witch blew him up in the beginning of Civil War to kick off just that big whole thing over there.
Yep, I almost forgot he was in Civil War.
Yeah,
he was much more prominent in Winter Soldier.
Also, shout out to him being in the couple Purge movies. He's great in those. Just great action movie star.
Fun guy to see on the screen usually.
Oh yeah.
So he is in charge of Argus, and of course, given his name, and we said that this was the third DCU product, but in some ways, it's kind of the fourth.
Yes.
It's kind of the fourth because. Okay, so the way James Gunn tried to put this is that anything that's specifically referenced going forward from the Suicide Squad,
2021's movie,
the Suicide Squad, just call it Suicide Squad 2 to avoid confusion. So anything from that they actively reference did happen.
It's canon to him.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything that they didn't. It's nebulous.
Yeah, acknowledges. Yeah, it's up in the air.
Like, don't get me wrong, they're probably not going to bring back Polka Dot Man.
Oh, no.
But they're also not going to, like, go out of their way. You're not going to have to know what happened to Polka Dot Man in a future movie to make sense of what's going on.
But most importantly, the things that happened in the Suicide Squad 2 have a thematic and narrative connection to what we see in Peacemaker.
Because Peacemaker killed Rick Flag, who
Junior.
Was everything Peacemaker wished himself to be.
Yeah, he's becoming a fan towards the end of their movie, and like them squaring off was kind of almost like, oh no, like I remember watching like, oh man, like they'd make such a good team, but you could understand why they fought.
It was very interesting because at that point in time, I thought Peacemaker was such a hateable character that there was no way. It didn't make sense to me that you would make a TV show based on him.
I hated him because he killed Rick Flag. I was
right?
Like, I don't watch a show.
You were supposed to hate him.
Yeah,
you were supposed to be the villain. He sucked.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucked hardcore. And then no, he proved that he had been abused.
You can see where he's coming from.
It didn't fully justify it, and he still feels that guilt.
Of course not. I like how it didn't. The season 1 didn't say it's okay, Chris. It's okay you killed him. No, own that you did do it, but you're gonna rise above it because you have people around you and friends to help you get past this.
It's a story of redemption.
Of course,
it's a story, and we can always discuss like who deserves it, who's earned it, who's not. But I think at some point, short of people advocating to just kill anyone who does a certain amount of bad crime, just to like end any chance of redemption, I think if you're going to leave them alive, you have to have some hope that in some way they can become a better person.
Rehabilitation should be part of their journey. Like, of course, there's some things that are really heinous, but
it's a tricky subject.
Yeah, rehabilitation should at least.
I think there are certain crimes where some people are irredeemable.
Of course,
and you can make that case. Maybe you could even make that case with Peacemaker, but we decided not to.
But again, in Peacemaker fashion, he was defending freedom no matter how many men, women, or children he killed.
He was ordered.
He was following.
He was
orders,
actually following orders, which tells you what all you need to know about how righteous following orders is.
Yeah, it's kind of testing that he said that, but still, he in season 1 going into season 2, he's faced that part of him. And he's always avoided that part of him who takes orders. The reason why he unfortunately killed his brother, he was taking orders from his father to fight him harder. Like that whole thing where by the end of season 1, even mid-season 1, I'm like, geez, I hated this guy, but I'm like, I hope he gets better. I don't like the fact he killed Rick Flag Jr., but I understand that stayed with him, and I love that. Like, they didn't just have him go on this wacky adventure. No, that'll stay with you, what you did. I love that.
And guy who was stayed with even harder is, of course, Rick Flag Sr.
Rick Flag Sr., yeah, man.
Who was very upset. Now, so he's spying on Peacemaker, and then we have another bit of a retcon from season 1. In season 1, basically, his white supremacist dad had a dimensional pocket.
A quantum unfolding chamber.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Like basically a dimensional pocket.
It's actually the same exact technology that Lex Luthor had and Superman.
Very similar. Yeah. Very similar. It's
they haven't confirmed it the same, but it's very similar, as you said.
Very similar work. But one thing they did with this, in the big reveal of this season, is that this closet is not just an expanded space for his armor and such. There are actually other doorways to other realities.
100 to be exact. So
100 other realities the doorways connect to.
And
and he happens to go into one of them at a moment where he's feeling dejected enough that his reaction to being rejected.
Bro, that's the sequence leading up to what you just said.
Yeah, we have to talk about that sequence. So this guy decides to have a party to mope around because of like he feels bad about himself, and he decides to throw a big old orgy.
And when I say orgy, I mean orgy. Like the boys, like it's like that, but kind of like that. Almost.
It's kind of like the boys. I thought it's a similar vibe. I thought this one was. The Boys has a little too much CGI and shock value, like gross out value. Yeah. This was just like. It's not like Euphoria, some kind of shit where it's like, oh hey, we're gonna like make it super sexy and glamorize it and stuff. It's just a bunch of regular folks. Yeah. Some wrinkly, none particularly.
Some in really good shape, some super hung, some not hung at all. Like
just various, normal looking people overall. Good variety of people. Some with loose tits. Some with just different folks from all kinds of life. All naked. All having sex with each other.
Like they're doing it.
Hanging dong.
Yeah.
It's just a full-on, very frontal
facing.
Frontal facing nudity.
Shout out to the one guy in the kitchen that was eating a sandwich with his dick out, just because he's taking a break to get some energy back. Like, it was great, but it showed just Chris Smith, Peacemaker. He wanted to feel something. He was low. He was at his lowest, and like he needed to just be around people. Maybe not his friends, but just people he can just do debaucherous stuff with, and that led him to this quantum unfolding chamber where he's
also obviously it's for the humor and shock value. James Gunn is this kind of guy. You can tell already there's a bunch of dudes and right wingers that are like, oh my god, I can't believe I had to see a penis.
Not my Peacemaker.
And then, oh my god, can you believe he's bi?
Yeah, can you believe that? My Peacemaker? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, don't show John Cena sucking dick, but
he said it's a compliment to be told that it's good.
Yeah.
The jokes are clever. They're not, like, shocking, but they're
funny. They're funny.
I love that about the show.
They're funny. And so, yeah, he goes into his pocket dimension to let eagerly fly about since it's cold. And he discovers this other alternate reality in which his father, same father, is a kind, heartwarming man, and his brother is still alive.
Yeah, Roy from The Office.
And they all fight crime with, like, super suits together.
The top trio. Yeah, it's cool. Like, so in Peacemaker's universe, his dad had that Iron Man jet propulsion stuff. But in their reality, it shows that the dad shared it with his son. So Peacemaker has, like, a jetpack, like the Rocketeer. It's kind of really cool to see that.
Yeah, and they're clearly a crime-fighting team.
Yeah, the top
and
trio.
And more importantly, we find they love each other. Right? It's a family that absolutely loves each other. And, again, you're basically seeing this guy who rightfully killed his own father.
Yeah.
Right?
We did not like him, the version we had of him.
Like, his father was a despicable, white supremacist, evil piece of shit who did not take responsibility for anything he ever did.
Never loved his son.
Never loved his own son.
Not even one that he lost. They were just weapons to him. It was just horrible.
And then one of the most despicable people you'll ever see. And this is just a kind, loving father. So, I mean, Cuzzy, if you want to take it away a little bit, like, talk about...
I think with that one, what made that so great, and what I told you earlier, this idea with multiverses, right, where we always see the whole, like, the possibilities, like, oh, this version of his dad that loved him, or this brother, but what they hit was, like, the emotional standpoint, where he's seeing for the first time his dad giving him the affirmations he never had in his all years of his life, and he knows that he shouldn't be here, but he's feeling down, and it's like kind of giving him that pat on the back from his dad he always wanted. So seeing that is what really made me just say, like, geez, like, as from a writing narrative standpoint, this is how you handle these crazy things like multiverse in a way that's palpable and, like, really, really grounds and moves the audience, and I just love that. And it's just so tragic that, like, he knows this version of his family isn't his. You already know, like you can tell already. So much so he just, like, runs away, and, like, just it gets to, like, a really hilarious, like, sequence after that. So yeah, I just love that, how we are able to dip into that.
You know, show. It's interesting you mentioned that, Kosi, because again, the multiverse fantasy shit can get wacky, out there. It can lose most people. It's not relatable. It's just like random weird hijinks.
There's no stakes.
There's no stakes. Yeah. There's a lot of criticisms to be made for it, and Marvel has certainly failed. It often just seems like a vehicle for them to put cameos in rather than to have anything interesting.
Well, I'll say the cameos are cool.
The cameos are fun, but they're not really doing anything all that interesting from a storytelling perspective.
Exactly.
What they do well here, we've all had that moment in our lives where we thought, hey, what if? What if I could go back? Not some stupid what if like Marvel what if, like, oh, what if Scarlet Witch was a zombie? No. What if, oh, you lost a parent early on? What if you hadn't? What would your life be like? What kind of man would you be? How would your emotions, your reality change?
Let's discover
that. Right? If you have a parent who was abusive or absent, you know, what would it have been like if I had a loving parent?
Yeah, what would it be like to hear those words from that person?
Right? And again, that if I love someone and I destroyed the relationship, ruined it, broke up, whatever, I lost that chance, okay, what if I had that second chance and I actually had this alternate reality where that was still a possibility, where I hadn't fucked it up, right? Well, like the one that got away, the test, or a race or sporting event, you failed, or whatever else, right? We've all had that moment,
we have.
Sit there with regrets. Not even necessarily regrets, because it's not always something we did, but you
just wonder what could have been. Like, it's very curious. It's a human thing, and the multiverse really, when handled well, with not just this, also Everything Everywhere All at Once, where you ask yourself, what could you have been like? What could you have accomplished? And there's kind of there's a heartache to it, because you can never get that, because that's not yours. There's also like a hopefulness to it, because you're able to see what could have been. And in this episode, we're seeing just after his dad and his brother leave, he just breaks down. Like, you see him keep it together because this is the first time he's ever had a conversation with them, because his brother never lived past being a kid. Mm-hmm. I loved how he knew that it was his brother. Even though he never saw him as a grown man, but he just knew. Yeah. It was stuff like that. Like, you can't. It's in the writing. It's not like
touching.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, look, Kosi or Juan, look, here's his brother of Earth, whatever. No, just pulled up. Hey, what's up, brother? Like, it's the coolest. It's great, and I just love that James Gunn was able to ground us in that, to where going forward, I am just very, very. I hope this world and universe is okay moving forward. I'm invested.
So right away we get some consequences for this. As soon as you say that, hopefully this goes away.
Right.
So as he's sitting there kind of taking in this alternate life, he seems to have stumbled his way into, his actual person from that reality shows up.
Yeah, Peacemaker of that reality.
Yeah, the Peacemaker shows up and he goes like, what the fuck, who's in my house? Obviously his brother and his dad reacted, just saw the face and were like, hey, obviously you belong here.
They mentioned, you must be up in not
I thought you were
up in some jail, whatever.
Up in some, so wherever, it doesn't matter. Right. I'm not sure it will matter, but
yeah, it sounded like it because they kept saying it.
Yeah,
Bloodhaven. That's Bloodhaven. That's where Nightwing hangs out. That's where Nightwing hangs out. Okay. So
Bloodhaven. So cool, apparently it's a DC kind of name.
Yeah, cool
name drop. But yeah, so the two Peacemakers fight. The new Peacemaker we haven't been acquainted with has a lot more advanced weaponry.
This is where, again, with the multiverse stuff, this is where I like where we're able to see the differences. This Peacemaker, you can see his bird faces up, and his color's a little bit inverted. His helm is a little bit more blue. The little things in here, again, we're in the quick little fight, but we're able to see just how this Peacemaker is a lot different than ours. So.
Notable that you mentioned it earlier, too. He has that jetpack.
Yeah.
His helmet seems far more powerful.
A lot more powerful. It has little gadgets in it that
Peacemaker's has certain things too, but this guy's helmet seems like it has
far more advanced.
It just seems like, okay, he had a loving father, so he kept working and developing and giving his son the best equipment possible. Versus Peacemaker, it's that environmental storytelling.
And it was used, like the tools that him and his loving father made were used to hurt this Peacemaker and tear his back up and whatnot.
That too, and again, he had inferior tools because since his father didn't love him, he just did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
He gave him something, but he did not fully equip him with the best possible tools he could come up with. Right? So again, even in just the way they're equipped, we see the storytelling from their father's love.
And that's all in a fight scene. Again, we're also getting a fight scene in that too.
I almost want to have a little digression about this, and this is where I think Marvel has run into some problems. Just real quick, James Gunn does these great fight scenes. A great superhero fight scene isn't just big, showy spectacle with cities being destroyed. Cool on-screen flashbangs and CGI and blah blah and wild clouds and light beams. No. A cool superhero fight scene has to follow the story and themes of the narrative that already exists, right? It has to add to the existing narrative and not exist outside of it. Okay. Right, so like when we're talking, this kind of fight scene shows their individual loves from their father, right? It shows their different personalities in that brief glimpse we get.
Yeah, one's like the Peacemaker of that universe, a little bit more brutal, a little bit more like tough, as opposed to our Peacemaker, who's been through a different path.
This guy seems more secure, confident, versus this one has always been needy, insecure, kind of bumbling, desperate for approval.
So when he fights, he's kind of fighting to like not get killed. Where this one is fighting to kill him, which is it's great. Again, it's just storytelling in this action.
So again,
sequence.
it just the action follows up on the themes and the story beats we're already facing, right? It adds to the character's arc as opposed to just being a separate spectacle from everything we've already seen. Right. I think James Gunn does that really well. He did that super well in Superman. He did that very well in Superman. It's very telling, when you have Marvel just like having two people just grunting and flashing light beams at each other, where it has no relation to the overall narrative of the story.
The light beams only go so far, but then we're asking, all right, why is this happening at the end of the day? And that's what compels us, and that's what makes us enjoy movies so much, is the why on the screen. When it comes to when you're able to meld the spectacle with the why together, that's when you get just great moments.
When you can have these payoffs and these fight scenes, again, narrative payoffs, where somebody learns something previously in the movie, and then in the fight scene they apply it. Things like that, that's how a well-written fight scene can be distinguished from a poorly written one that just feels like it's just a CGI light show, basically.
Right.
But so that's the end of episode 1 at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it ends on the cliffhanger where in their fight, he kills the Peacemaker of that idyllic universe. He's kind of set. It's kind of like in the beginning at the end of the first episode of season 1, he kind of ends with him killing some person in a kind of a mirror. This one ends with him just sitting there, just like, it's like, oh my god, usually that's like a big deal for like episode 3, but that's episode 1, how it ends with him just like, what do? I've killed this guy.
Absolutely. So episode 2, what's the title, Kosi? Episode 2.
A man is only as good as his boy.
Man is only as good as his boy.
Bird.
Okay, I was like, wait, come on, man. So episode 2. First of all, this episode really ramped up the jokes.
This one did too. Yeah.
Ramped up the freaking jokes. So right away we see Peacemaker trying to deal with the fallout of killing an alternate version of himself.
Trying to dispose of the body like Family Guy style.
Yeah, Family Guy trying to like. It's very goofy the way he does it.
He's trying to stuff it in this like drawer, but it keeps like flopping out.
Yeah. He still has the people in the orgy in his house.
Oh my god! Yeah, he forgot all about.
Yeah, no time has passed.
It's the next morning.
The rest of the characters, Economos is still trying to like keeping an eye on him, but Rick Flag suspects that Economos might not be entirely loyal. They're also not just trying to get, not just Rick Flag being mad at Peacemaker, but the quantum
unfolding
space
chamber,
is giving off a similar signal to Space Luthor's pocket universe.
And he's been like tracking that stuff ever since.
So obviously the government has a vested interest in making sure something like that can't happen again.
Rick Flag Sr. is kind of killing two birds with one stone. He's like, hey, the government is trying to search for this stuff, but also I don't like this guy. Let me just surveil him and like make it personal to like fit my own.
He wants any excuse possible to arrest Peacemaker.
Yeah, he wants to settle a score clearly, and I think we're gonna really explore that. Like, what does that look like? Does he forgive him? Does he confront him? What does that look like? I think we're gonna see that, but we're beginning to see the beginnings of that, where he just sees red when he sees Peacemaker. He
that's actually gonna be a very fertile thread for some drama.
Yeah, of course.
I'm very curious to see how they handle it, because it's again, the man not only killed your son, he killed them. He killed them, doing basically evil shit.
Yeah. And then it was covered up from you don't even know about it for years.
Yeah. So I mean, it was classified. He got the information out because he's the art director of Argus.
That's the only way. He would never have gotten that unless he just got this position. So he's been wondering for years what happened to my kid, and now to find out,
he wants the full details.
Yeah.
Right? He wants to know exactly what happened. But so that's kind of where we start with the show. At this point, Peacemaker's still freaking out, so he enlists. We didn't really see Vigilante much in episode 1.
No, we didn't. But
we have a quick scene with him, and he's working at a restaurant. It's pretty funny. The way he handles being like a busboy or something at a restaurant.
Yeah. It's not like with his coworker.
His boss.
Yeah, his boss.
He's like shitting on his boss. But yeah, now in episode 2, Peacemaker calls him up and it's like, hey, come over. I need your help.
Hey, bro, I gotta.
And then of course Vigilante thinks Peacemaker's his best friend ever. He's clearly, I don't know if autistic is the right word, but he's clearly socially inept.
Something's going on with Vigilante, but like it's sincere.
It's very sincere.
And like he's a good guy. He's just he's just not wound up.
Sort of a good guy.
Oh no, I'm being charmed by this.
Psychopath. He's a psychopath. But so I have a very funny moment where what do you call it? Vigilante's like, oh, so you have a orgy and I don't get invited, and Peacemaker's like, I didn't even really know if you like sex. I mean, this wasn't about friendship. I just needed like an escape. I just needed to drown my sorrows. And he's like, well, yeah, no, sex. I don't really like sex, but I mean, I like hanging out with my best friend. So, I mean, obviously I was going to do like most people do and come have sex so that we could hang out and we could become better friends. It's like, to Vigilante,
it's more of a bro out session.
Yeah, it's a bro out
than just being an orgy.
Yeah, it's like let's get blowjobs together. It's not about the blowjob itself for him.
It's the friends we made along the way. It's like I love that kind of writing where it's off kilter, but
it's very off kilter, and he has this wide-eyed. He looks like a nerd. Right, he has these glasses. He's a skinny white dude. He talks like a nerd. He has this like innocent, boyish, like, oh, he's lived in mama's basement a little too long kind of quality about him.
Homeschool, but like a cool homeschool kid.
Yeah. And then like a violent homeschool kid, really.
And a little bit violent too, yes.
Yeah, not a little bit.
I cannot stress that enough.
But yeah, no, and then Peacemaker calls him up. They basically take, not chainsaws, hacksaws.
It's kind of very graphic.
They take hacksaws and basically dismember the dead Peacemaker.
And it's crazy. He's like walking and he like drops dead Peacemaker's
head. It's just like boot flat. And then of course Vigilante's a psycho, so he's happily cutting through the bone, having the time of his life with his best buddy. It's great stuff.
He's like a DC Deadpool to me. Like he's kind of scratching that Deadpool itch but in a different way. Like
a little bit. It's
almost Looney Tunes.
See where Deadpool's like fourth wall, kind of off kilter, off breaker. This guy's like a psychopath, but like just behaves like a nerdy white dude.
Yeah, like a Looney Tunes character.
It's like literally. It's like if Bugs Bunny, who like you look at his personality and he just seems like a goofy, nerdy dude.
But there's some psychopath.
And then he takes out a hammer and smashes someone. And the person actually died. Like in the cartoon, they just get purple spots all over. No. In this, when you get smashed over the head with the head, you just die.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what this guy is. Some guy who sees the world in a Looney Tunes kind of logic,
but like an R-rated Looney Tunes.
Yeah, and then but it's like what if like the Coyote Acme guy was exploding stuff? The explosion would actually happen, and then limbs and blood would start flying. But so in this, since Rick Flag doesn't entirely trust Economos, who's still looking over Peacemaker, he sends What's this guy's name? We talked about the actor, the black dude.
Tim Meadows. He's hilarious.
Tim Meadows. Oh my God, he's so funny in this. We won't go over all the jokes, but he's always funny.
He's always funny, but
Jesus Christ, there's a split second where it seems like he might almost play like the straight, like older cop.
You think he's gonna be like, no nonsense, don't mess with him, but you just see early on now
because Rick Flag plays this very straight.
Yes. Yeah.
So up to that point where he goes in, you feel like, okay, no, Rick Flag sent him in. Economos also plays it pretty straight overall. So it's like, okay, no, this has all been played extremely straight up to this point with this segment, like the CIA type Argus folks. And then the guy starts talking about how he was getting his dick sucked by two women as a kid.
And you're like, you just roll your eyes like, really? Okay, I got you. It's great.
all kinds of bullshit. He gives people ridiculous nicknames.
Gave the one girl titties. Just straight up his titties.
Your nickname is Titties. He gave the white guy, what was his name? He gave a couple. It was bad shit.
Abercrombie, like just he did something like he would sun people.
Encino Man.
Encino Man was one. He would when he first met Economos, he would he started eating his nuggets and stuff. Yeah. Just like gave him a nickname,
Ginger Soul. No, Ginger, something like that. I think it was Ginger Soul.
Economos told him not to call him that, but he's like, nah, that's your name now.
Yeah, it is fucking funny. And apparently his main weakness is that he has bird blindness.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I can't. They end up fighting a bald eagle, so it's played for full effect.
It's dumb on paper, but hearing it and seeing it play out is legit hilarious.
Honestly, Tim Meadows does such an incredible job of acting absurdist papers.
He's like, I can't see. I have bird blindness. Yeah. Like, move out the way.
He does such an amazing job of playing absurdist roles that he sells it.
Like he was a principal in Mean Girls for all you old
people. A different actor would not be able to pull off the bullshit he was pulling off in that show.
Yeah, he's an accomplished comedic actor, Tim Meadows. Yeah.
But so the FBI or the Argus is gonna basically move in because they once again see the portal open up.
Yeah, like they have the portal. I think
they have some kind of they can measure the energy, the radiation. Just put it that way. They can measure the radiation it gives off.
It's almost like the power level technology.
Yeah, it looks like a thermal scanner.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But for quantum energy, whatever. Anyways, so and then Peacemaker opens up multiple more times because again he's still emo, he's still sad.
Whenever he's feeling low, that's where he goes to that. It's very telling. Like he's using it again, almost like a crutch or a drug to I'm gonna jump into this reality that's not mine to soothe my own pains because I have nothing in this universe. So it's very telling that he always goes there when he's
very frustrated because he thought Hardcore, for instance, was gonna be into him, and they looked like they were into each other at the end of episode 1, and then she hates herself so much that she can't let herself be loved.
Yeah,
basically.
She can't let anyone in because she's just so full of just whatever these.
She's so full of self-hatred and toxic anger towards herself and everyone else that she can't open up. And I don't mean that in a lame girl can only be happy if she finds a man.
No.
But she's clearly into him, and she's clearly just fucked up emotionally, not doing well. This is not somebody who's doing an excellent life and needs a man to complete it. No. This is somebody who, even if they weren't gonna hook up, she needs friends.
Yeah, and
she needs support.
And you're almost you know what, Chris? You're better off without her because she got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, right. It's I'm not even entirely sure if he should be getting involved in this.
Yeah.
And she's very cruel to him in this episode too. They all just have to hang out, have a few beers. He obviously you can tell he has feelings for her still.
They
and is interested
in the episode 1. They alluded to hooking up on a boat. They had moments, but she wants to forget that. But he, it's stuck with him, and it makes sense.
Of course, he's clearly still in love with her on some level. So while they're out there. Basically, the Argus dudes assault Peacemaker's house trying to find the quantum opening.
Yeah.
And then we have an awesome action scene.
Ooh, they messed up this time.
Where freaking Eagly comes in and shits on everybody.
Look, again, on paper, a bird messing up it's like some Home Alone stuff. No. Eagly is a trained weapon.
They did it in crypto. Yeah. They did it in crypto.
Yeah, they did.
In Superman. Animals. So,
you're right.
Again, it can be a tiny bit goofy. But he plays into it. He does not pretend it's not goofy at any point.
Yeah.
Right? He does not ever try to play it straight, which helps. If you try to play it straight, it would become very stupid very fast, right? If it was like some Hawkman shit from the 80s and the bird actually obeys his commands psychically and it's very well and regal bird. Yeah, again, that would be stupid. This bird is a jackass bird who takes joy in strutting around and shit talking. Not obviously shit talking, but literally struts after fucking these people up.
He's got his own personality, he has his own thing going. Eagly is his own character, so I loved how he got his own really cool fight sequence defending the house. And I loved how also we're always wondering, okay, when Peacemaker's not there, what happens to Eagly? Is he okay? Where does he go? No, he's perfectly fine. He's just defending the perimeter, and he can very well much hold his own in any scenario like this. So it was really cool to see Eagly get his cool chance to shine in this sequence here.
Very awesome, very awesome. As far as side stories, we see a little bit of Amanda Waller's daughter ads.
Yeah.
Her and her ex-girlfriend.
It's tension.
His ex-girlfriend seems to have moved on by now. Amanda Waller's daughter seems to
still have it, still has the love, but I can also tell a little bit on the ex's part. The ex is still very hurt, but knows she has to move on.
Very hurt, but she's clearly doing her best to move on.
Yeah,
and has accepted that this is not it for her. Versus Tasty is still.
She's still kind of I love you, and then
she still loves her. She still wants excuses to talk to her and get back. She still feels you're being unfair. You need to give me another chance, which is probably part of the reason she's not going to get another chance. Yeah,
she's kind of being selfish there. You dropped her because you want to pursue your dreams.
She dropped her, because she's only changed all her dreams.
I understand your dreams, but another person's involved.
It's I don't think it's going to be super exciting storyline.
It's a little melodramatic, but I was still invested because I like them.
I like the characters, and the actors both did a good job.
Yeah.
And then again, Vigilante is hilarious in this episode. We end the episode with Peacemaker very drunk, deciding to text alternate universe hardcore.
Yeah. Before he disposed of his old buddy's body, he took his phone. And then locked it and whatever.
Yeah, so he texts her and be like, "Hey, late at night too. That whole
hey, you up?
You up? You up, girl?" But fuckboy Peacemaker.
Yeah, I was trying it because that old Peacemaker was apparently also some Jersey Shore-esque fuckboy. So why not?
So he shows up collapses drunk. His brother and father in that universe have started to seem to be trying to look for him and struggling. We find that some aspects of that Peacemaker's life might not be as idyllic and perfect.
You're kind of seeing not a crack, but you're seeing where
grass is not always greener, kind of thing. Where we have already seen he seems to be doing pills or something. He seems to, and he
was overly aggressive. Again, somebody was in his home, but the way he was moving and talking to him
very murderous.
Yeah.
Very murder. And then we see Hardcore when she does reply. It's a hey with a dot.
You pointed it out to me. I thought it was the same, but it's not the same.
He texted just hey, just normal hey. She texted hey, period.
Period means something.
Which is very much oh, hey.
What do you want?
Not oh, hey. Not even oh, okay, maybe I'm not going to hook up with you again, but it's at least nice to hear from you. No. Oh, hey.
What's this
and then she sends him a broken heart.
You don't want a woman to send you that, bro.
Yeah, so at this point, he's probably imagining this alternate hardcore loves me. Oh, nope, she doesn't.
It's not what it seems.
Or, again, it's going to be very much, seems like it's going to be some monkey paw type story type, some careful what you wish for.
You have that ideal of life,
grass is not always greener on the other side. It seems like we're setting up for some of that.
Most definitely.
Right, it's a lot of fertile ground. It's a lot of fertile ground because they're obviously going to at some point find out what he did, right? They're obviously going to at some point find out they killed his actual son, and they're obviously not going to take that super well, more than likely.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to all right, what are you going to do when when this comes out?
Rick Flag and the government again. Is Rick Flag going to be able to forgive him? Is he just going to take him out? Is he going to try to arrest him? There's a lot of drama and floating around, and very intricate and interesting plotting so far.
Yeah, man.
So that's our show for today. I think good episode so far. I don't know if it's quite as good as season 1 yet.
Season 1's incredible.
Season 1 was top tier, but it's a good start.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what's happening next. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, same here. I want to thank you, Juan, and I want to thank you, listeners. Once again, listeners, if you want to hear more of our stuff, you can find us online. Just search for It Was Mooney on all social media platforms. You can find us there. Once again, I've been Kosi, and I'm joined always by Wani B. And until next time, guys, peace.
Adios.